Hi, I'm Kathy Ageron.
And I'm Jennifer Perini, and we're with Brevard Cultural Alliance.
Brevard Cultural Alliance is a designated local arts agency for all of Brevard County. We serve cultural organizations, artists, and present arts education programming in Brevard public schools, among many other things.
We're excited to welcome you back for episode 4 of season 2 of True Colors.
With True Colors, Brevard Cultural Alliance seeks to highlight diversity and inclusiveness for Brevard's cultural community by providing a platform for new voices.
Thank you so much for joining us today. And just a quick reminder that all our episodes are available on both our Facebook and our YouTube channels.
And now it is our distinct pleasure to introduce the host of True Colors, CEO and owner of Diversity of Thought, David Jones.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great. We're doing great today.
Oh, I'm excited. This is going to be fun. All right. So again, Jen, Kathy, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's always a pleasure. I appreciate this program continuing to run. You know, we started last year as a project with Leave Brevard, and the fact that we're still up and going and we're going to keep going is amazing. So thank you, too, for everything that you do for the community at large. And then now, as always, I'm going to boot you because we're going to bring some really talented folks on here. So we'll see you a little bit later, okay? All right. So today we got an amazing show that's about to kick off. I am going to be talking with the cast of Dreamgirls. So the Titusville Playhouse is showcasing an amazing program, an amazing show called Dreamgirls. And we are lucky enough to bring some of the individuals on today. So let's get everybody into the studio. Hello, 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 and hello. Look at that. We got the cast of Dreamgirls on here. I want us to learn all about who you are. We're going to get into the program, but first, let's find out who we're talking with. So if you could, please just introduce yourself. Tell us how long you've been acting and what character are you bringing to life in this show?
Hello, my name is Josiah Randolph, and I've been acting for 8 years, and I'm playing Cece White.
Very good. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, sir.
Hi, I'm Malik Harris. I've been acting since 7th grade. I don't know how many years that's been. And I am portraying Curtis Taylor Jr.
Curtis Taylor Jr. All right. Thank you very much. Up next. Wait, that doesn't look like the pink light. What happened? They kicked you out?
No, someone's in there.
Hi.
Hi.
And who are you? How long have you been acting? And what character are you bringing to life?
Yes, I'm Jamala Scott, and I've been acting since 2016, so about 6 years. And I am portraying Effie White in the musical.
Very good. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hi. My name is Sydney Archibald. I play Dina Jones, and I've been acting for about 9 years now.
Okay, very good. And last but certainly not least, hello, sir. How are you? You're on mute is how you are. There is no audio. I'm still going to put this up. All right, you just mouth it now, and I'll do the words. My name is Leroy Darby, and I'll be playing Marty. Listen, we can figure stuff out. While you work on that and just keep working on audio, and just at some point in time when we hear you scream, we'll know you're back. We're going to go ahead and get into some of the questions. Let's see here, and which I'm going to bring up now. And then let's see, where do we have these questions? So my first question is for all of you, in no particular order, like what drew you to being a part of this particular show? Like what made you say, this one I definitely want to do? Y'all can't all just
I'll say that it was when like college, we did a little showcase of Dreamgirls, and we did Step Into the Bad Side. I was like, I would never be in Dreamgirls, never, ever, ever, because I can't play the part. And college, at the end of college, I was like, I would love to freaking be in Dreamgirls, and I can do every part you asked me to. I can even be Effie. And so when I saw the call out on Playbill, I was like, I have to audition for the show. So that's what I did.
Well, we're glad you did. Oh, no, I'm going to add you back. I didn't mean to do that. We're really glad that you did audition for the show. Anybody else, what drew you to wanting to be a part of this particular program?
Yeah, I can speak on it. Okay. So what drew me to this show, I always loved the movie. And so when I saw that Titusville Playhouse was doing it, I was like, I can pull off CC. I'm not old enough to play Jimmy or Curtis, but I can be in this production. So I'm happy to have had that opportunity.
All right, so happy you did. Again, we are speaking with the cast of Dreamgirls, which is running until March 27th at the Titusville Playhouse. Do you want to give any other of the actors on stage or on screen here with us a chance to answer that question? Is there something particular that drew you to wanting to be a part of this show?
I think for me, I'm a singer locally, and I've kind of experienced some of what Effie's gone through. So I was really drawn to the role because sometimes when you are an artistic person and you really enjoy the arts, you still have to deal with showbiz. So it's always been one of my favorite musicals, and that's why I was drawn to the role of Effie.
Very cool. Very good. I like it. All right, so I want to ask something else then. Let me ask this, because you just brought me to a different direction, Jamala. Who else is like their characters? Anybody else feel like, man, I have a lot of similarities with the character I'm playing? And then the inverse of that, or do you feel like you're really the complete opposite? Like this person is nothing like I am in real life. So let me see, just because I can see your hands, who's like their character? Jamala, you said, oh, okay, so we got 3 that's like and 2 that's not. Okay, Sydney, talk to me. So how are you, like, what's really similar about the character that you're playing in your real life?
So one of the reasons why I chose this show is because I relate to Dina so much. I think she is a person, well, no, I know she is a person that's in her head every single moment of her life. She's an overthinker. I'm an overthinker. And she is a perfectionist, even though not everything's going to be perfect. And I think that's a lesson that she, by the end of the show, has come to terms with. And that's the lesson that she learns throughout her whole journey of this show. So I'm definitely Adina by heart.
All right, very good. So you are, I like it. I like it. Now, who else was like their character? Oh, okay. So give it to me. So how are you like the characters you're embracing now? You are embracing CC White.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to me.
How I think I'm like CC is he's young and he's very ambitious. He has dreams and his goals, and he's gonna do whatever it takes to make it so his songs are heard all around the world. And I feel like that's something that I can relate to, and in the fact that I try to write songs, and there's always a tune in my head, and that's something that I can relate to with CC.
Very good. Now we do have 2 of you that said, man, this character is different. Like this is not like no, this is not similar to me. Before Malik, I go to you, I just want to do a quick audio check. Leroy Darby, how are you, sir? Leroy, I still have no audio from you. So if you come out and come back in, I'll let you right back in. And then we should be good to go. We'll try that. While we are doing that with Mr. Darby's audio, Malik, talk to me, man. So how is this person, like what's their personality?
I would say that I'm not completely different from Curtis. I would say that like how Curtis has a dream and wants to be better and wants to better himself. I would say that the similarity parts about the character and I, but the way that he does it is completely different of how I would do it. I am not conniving. I am not verbally abusive. I am not physically abusive to people. And I'm not going to dim someone else's light to make my light shine. That's just not the person I am. But yet Curtis is, and I don't think that Curtis thinks about that while he's doing it. He just thinks about himself, and he's much of a narcissist. So he thinks more about how he can get through something and to something. And I'm just not like that as a person.
Okay. Well, we're glad to hear that you're not like that. It would not be fun to be around. Mr. Darby, how you doing? I don't know what it is. We heard you right up until we are about to go live. And then it's like, you know, I think you're messing with us personally. You said you were going to come on here and mime everything, just to check like my skill set. And I appreciate you keeping me on my toes. Is it, for the cast, is it harder or easier to, let me ask a good question. If you're similar to the character, does that make it easier to play? And then the second question is, if you're not similar to the character, does that make it more difficult to play?
There are two sides of the spectrum, because when you're similar, it you can bring things out that like you can relate to, and you can draw that to your character. But there's something about being like different from your character that it can be challenging, but it brings out a very unique style of acting where you're interpreting what that character is going through.
Got you. Okay. And so the question we're asking, similar to your personality, is that easier? And when it's different, is it harder? Would anyone else like to answer? And thank you very much for that, Josiah.
Yeah, I'll chime in on that one, because my similarity with Effie is obviously the singing, but I am not as strong as Effie. I'm not as combative as Effie is. I'm really soft-spoken, and I really don't like to confront. I don't like, just being mean in the way that she has been. So that has been fun to play because I'm not like that in real life. So I've had to like pull it out and have it pulled out more and more, just to be mean and to be rude. Effie's kind of mean. She's kind of rude. She says things to hurt people's feelings and doesn't really care. And I'm nothing like that. So it's been fun to play it, but I have had to muster it up, because in real life, I would never do some of what she does.
All right.
Yeah.
So now, go ahead, Sydney.
There's certain morals in everyone's characters that you yourself wouldn't obviously choose, but you have to find the reason why that person is doing what they're doing. And you can't add judgment to it, because in that moment, you're doing those morals, So that's the difference. That's kind of hard to battle.
I like it. And then, again, we are talking with the cast of Dreamgirls that is playing in the Titusville Playhouse, which will be playing all the way until March 27th. All right, so now let's get into some of the let's talk about this show. I want to know, like, has there been anything crazy or different or weird that's happened during the program? It's just like, okay, that wasn't supposed to go down, or anything backstage behind the scenes. Wait, let's all do our audio check. Hi, Mr. Darby. Are you? No? Still nothing? And it doesn't say you're on mute on here, so I don't know what it is. Again, I blame the hip hop. All right, well, listen, if you could do me a favor, just mime everything that you're thinking, and then everybody else is going to go ahead and just respond in the typical old-fashioned way of talking. So, so I appreciate it. So talk to us, though. What has happened? Is there any cool stories or something funny or unique that's happened behind the scenes, or even on stage? I see smiles. People are like, I don't know if we can say. I'm like, everybody got quiet but smiled. Like, I feel like there was everybody has the same thing, but y'all like, I'm not gonna say it.
I will say the same way that the characters have personalities that have clashed is the same rehearsal process that we have had throughout this journey. Theater is hard. Not everyone is made to do theater, and whatever depiction Dreamgirls is the same, the same struggles that everyone else has in real. Art imitates life. That's the saying of today. is that art will always imitate life, and life will always imitate art. So
Okay, I like it.
Can you repeat
Josiah.
the question? Because I think I have an answer, but can you repeat the question?
Yeah, like just any kind of funny or crazy or weird thing that's happened either while you're on stage or behind the scenes that you guys can actually talk about.
I won't dive too deep into it, but there is a moment in the show toward the end where there's a loud sound happens, and Sydney always gets startled when it happens. I crack up backstage. It's so funny.
So no matter what, it's like, this is gonna happen, but it still gets her every time.
Every time.
Every time. Every time.
All right. Well, I have to say, from what I've seen, this looks like an absolute beautiful production. I'm just curious for each one of you, and I'm going to bring up some pictures as well. But if you could talk to me, what's been your favorite moment during this process, from the audition to your last performance? Just for you personally, what's been your favorite moment? And we will start with Josiah, since you're on top.
All right. My favorite moment for sure had to be when our opening night of the show. There's something different that adding an audience, it adds a different element to the show, and it's great and all in rehearsals when we're doing the show over and over again, but once you add an audience, it, like, everybody on stage lights up. You can tell that there's a difference in energy and in the mood, and that was my favorite part.
I love it. Opening night. All right. Jamala, how about you? What's been your favorite moment from audition to your last show? What's been your favorite moment so far?
I had a moment where we were in rehearsals and we were doing the last part. And I realized in that moment, wait a minute, this was kind of like a part of my dream. And I busted out crying in front of the whole entire cast. And I never cry in front of people. But I think it was my favorite moment because it literally was art imitating life. Like, I got so caught up in the moment of what that meant for them being the last show and them singing that I realized it was happening for me. So for me, that was my favorite moment.
Very good. Beautiful. I like it. Malik, sir, so far, what's been your favorite moment?
I would say that really I have two favorite moments. One is really meeting this cast and getting to know each person individually and how they work and who they are, who they become on stage, and you just see their heart and their drive and their passion behind theater, behind portraying a life that's not shown regularly. And that's my favorite moment, because this is my first time ever being in a cast full of people of color. And it warmed my heart seeing that and being able to see it on stage. My second favorite moment is honestly closest to the end of the show when Effie gets to tell off Curtis, and Curtis can't do anything. And then when Dina tells off Curtis and he can't do anything, he can't fight back, he can't, because he's in the wrong. And he's at his lowest point. And that's one of my favorite moments, because he actually sees what all the work that he did to get there it meant nothing.
All right. And Sydney, bring us home. Your favorite moment from audition to your last performance. What's been your personal favorite moment? My
personal favorite, I would have to say one of our last tech rehearsals, because obviously the next day it was our opening. And once that music starts, there's no going back. Like, the show just runs through, no stops. So having the support of everyone, and we all have each other's backs. And that's what I love most about this cast, is that no matter what, if anything goes wrong, someone will pick up anything. And from the top of the show, it's like everyone's so young and so naive, and that you don't know where it's going to go. So the growth of this show and the growth of the cast has just been one of my favorite things to watch.
Okay, awesome. So, all right. So we're gonna do our typical. Hello, Mr. Darby. Nope.
Nope.
All right. I gotta tell. It's all right. I'm just so that people watching know I'm not crazy. We could hear him before we went live, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So that. So either this is a really great joke on his part, or like really bad luck. But yeah. But Mr. Darby, I know for a fact that your favorite part of the show hasn't happened yet. It's gonna happen the night that I'm there, and I get to be in that audience and watch how amazing all of you are. Right. That's gonna be your favorite. The moment you got to moment I met all the cat. Oh, you see, that's just beautiful. That's how you. I like that. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
All right. So listen. All right. So just tell everybody that's watching who's going to watch the replay, because again, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. And before I get there, I do have a question. Do you all have any advice for someone? This came in as a question to be asked. Do you all have any advice for someone who's looking to be a part of theater production? Do you have any tips or tricks that you want to share?
I have some advice.
Yes.
So I would just say to keep auditioning. Like, don't let no's discourage you. You just gotta keep going until you finally book something.
I like it. You know what? It's a word. It can't hurt you. We do a fun. I do a sales training, and we have to get salespeople accustomed to hearing this word no, because guess what? Not everybody's going to buy your stuff. We do this really insane activity where we take one individual in front of everybody and we scream no in like several different languages out loud, like in their face. And then we ask them if they're okay. And they're like, yeah, I'm fine. It was like, you see, it can't hurt you. It's just a word. Like, it can only hurt you if you allow it to. So I like your advice. No, it's just a word.
Yes.
Keep on going until you get your yes. And your yes is going to be the right yes for you. I love it. Anybody else? Any tips or tricks? Yes, Malik. Yes, sir.
Yes, I would say, and I think I say this a lot, you're never too old and you're never too young to start. So you just have to jump in and start and do it. And even if you are acting now, you have to just basically push yourself off that ledge and just do it and see, do you really enjoy this? And it's not just a hobby for you. And if it is, what is that like? How would that engulf your life and change your life for the better?
Yes.
So I can get in now because I'm kind of old.
You can get in.
No, yeah, you can. You're never too late. I teach.
And Mr. Darby's over there losing his mind, like. All right. Well, you know, maybe me and my bad knee and bad foot can jump in there somehow. But I can't sing. Only my daughter thinks I can sing, so I would not be able to join you for the cast of Dreamgirls. I promise you. It would not be a good thing, and you would have people not wanting to show up to the show. And speaking of showing up to the show, why should they? Give us your best reason. Hey, you should come see the show because you're going to
see Black excellence on stage.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna learn about the culture. If you don't know much about 60s groups and what music was like back then, you will leave educating yourself, which I think it's always good to educate. So
come see Black excellence, get edutained. That's education and entertained at the same time.
Yes. Educated.
I love it. And the way that you can do hold on. Great story and the power of women. Okay, there you go. It stopped at whoa. So I was like, the power of whoa. But okay, you moved it over. All right. So great story and the power of women. Yes, absolutely love it. And the way you can actually see this or buy tickets for the show, because listen, it's only running to the 27th. It takes place on Fridays and on Saturdays. On Fridays, there's an 8 p.m. showing, and on Saturdays, 8 p.m. showing. And on Saturdays and Sundays, there's a 2 p.m. showing. So you better get your tickets while they last. You can do so by going to TitusvillePlayhouse.com or calling the box office that you see here, or then now scrolling at the bottom ticker. But I do want to announce that we will have a special BCA Day, which will be Friday, March 25th. So everyone, please come and join us on that date if you can. It is going to be absolutely awesome. I'm super excited that we get to have our BCA Day. I'm going to be there. So yay. So come out. I can't wait to meet you all in person, the cast. I hope BCA Day gets me a backstage pass as well. Listen, I am on here live trying to get you all to commit to something that you may not be able to, but if you do it on here, that means it has to happen because this is on the internet and everything on the internet is true. So BCA Day is going to take place again on March 25th. First of all, thank you all so much for everything that you're doing, for bringing the culture into Brevard County. I've heard nothing but excellent things about this program, by the way. I've heard that you all are absolutely fantastic. And I've heard that from people who are critical as all get out. I mean, like, not like out loud, they're going to say it's nice, like talking to me personally, where they would usually be like, nah, homie, it's not. But, they have said nothing but sung high praises. So you must be good because these people are mean when they're not in public. So, and I can say that because they don't even know who I'm talking about. Well, does anybody, before we go, and it's just open if you want, does anybody want to sing a little bit from there? Leroy Darby, you want to sing for us? That's a joke because we can't. Go ahead.
You can't hear me.
You know what would be amazing is if right at this very moment, it just kicked in. And whenever he's what you all don't know is that Leroy Darby, now Leroy is playing a character named Marty, and in the show, Marty is a gangster rapper. And what Leroy was just doing was a whole bunch of gangster rap just right then and there. No, he is not a gangster rapper. He is actually singing in there. But we are, if you want to hear a sneak peek of them singing, what you can do is you can go to TitusvillePlayhouse.com or you can call the box office at 321-268-1125 and come out and see one of the most amazing shows that you're ever going to see live. It was a fantastic movie, but from what I was told, it's an even better performance on stage by the cast that you're looking at right here. So again, come out and see them. Thank you for watching us. For those of you that are watching us live, I see a few of you on there. You were quiet today, but that's okay. And thank you for all who are going to watch the replay. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and follow BCA so you can continue to hear the most amazing news of what's happening around Brevard County. My name is David Jones. This was the cast of Dreamgirls. Thank you all for joining us. And everybody have a good day. Cast don't go anywhere yet, but we're going to go ahead and sign off. So good night, everybody. Well, good afternoon, everybody.